Hello there, Z Trooper reporting for duty, and this is part 10 of What If Deku was the son of All for One. Bet you're wondering why I'm whispering. Well, it's because for this story can seem more relaxing. We last left off on where Deku escaped with the help of his friends, and the villains Toga, Dabi, and Twice were tracking Deku since they put a tracking chip in his brain. And that's not all it did. Let me start off here. Well, they didn't know what else. You know what I mean. Let me start off here. When the students thought they got away from the villains, they ran as fast as they could to the hospital to get Deku and to put Deku in there, since he was still bleeding, but less since he was slowly still up and was able to heal a couple of his wounds before he won't die of blood loss. While the others waited to see if there were any news, if he was alright, or how long his healing will take him, and the help of the procedures. Until in the waiting room they saw the news about the heroes fighting and searching for the villains and a lost child. What the heroes didn't know, Deku was in the hospital and with some students recovering. So the others decided to go and find the heroes and let them know that Izuku was alright. But when they were about to leave, the power of the hospital shut down. The power was only cut off the first floor where the 4 young heroes were, and Midoriya was on the 3rd floor. The students figured that whatever's happening, it wants them. What or who ever were attacking them. The villains didn't realize that only 4 of the students were on the 1st floor. Ida, Kirishima, Uraraka, and Todoroki went to go and warn the heroes, while Mina volunteered to stay with Midoriya and make sure he was safe. And if he ever woke up from whenever he was asleep, she would explain to him everything in case he woke up. She stayed because she can protect him, and also she had feelings for him. It started off from a hey, he's cute, then to thinking about him, then to having a crush on him. Since she had feelings for Izuku, she stayed behind while the others left. But she didn't realize that Toga marked Izuku to be hers, and she was right outside the window, getting more furious, knowing someone was there with him, taking her prize away from her. Meanwhile, All Might, Endeavor, and the other heroes were at the bar and looking all over to see if they can find anything of any villains, or even if Deku were even there. They were wondering if they even got the right place since they found nothing. But then they started getting suspicious. As soon as they started thinking about it, the purple mist started to appear around the police officers and the heroes. And what came out were more Nomus. While the heroes fought, Dabi and Twice came to get the 6 students from the front, and Toga waited in the back of the window. And to do to them what they did to Midoriya, torture them till they plead for mercy. Shigaraki didn't want the League to get Midoriya, since he already did what he planned. Shigaraki saw who saved him and what abilities they had. He wanted to get Ida's speed, Kirishima's strength, Mina's acid, and Todoroki's flames and ice. He just only wanted Todoroki's half and half quirk. So when they were done with him taking his ability, Dabi wanted to kill him and take the only thing that made him special to his father. Shigaraki wanted to get Uraka, but Toga kept on saying no, since she saw how she was looking at Izuku. She wanted to kill her instead. While Toga got to Midoriya's room, she was upset that she found Mina instead. She remembered that Shigaraki wanted her alive, so she was going to take it easy until she saw how the pink one was looking at her. Looking at Izuku, sorry. With caring eyes and a loving heart. Like how she gives to him. Like how Toga gives to Izuku. She knew that's the same look that she gave him. And she knew that she had feelings for him. That Mina had feelings for him. She thought to herself, Shigaraki won't be too upset if he was down one person. And Toga decided to jump right into the room through the window and attack her and get her love back. Make him bleed. That was her plan at first. But then things started to take a turn. Meanwhile, while the Nomus and the heroes were fighting, All Might was able to knock down a few of them and go to the police and help them too. And told Endeavor to use a powerful flame to burn through them. And All Might was able to spread the flames through the wind he uses and burn them. All Might knew that they were people, but after examining the previous Nomus, he knew that whoever they were long gone from saving. The police and the heroes were able to stop the Nomus and saw a small dust saw a cloud of smoke in the distance from a couple blocks away. And when the police scanned the area, they saw that it was a hospital. All Might didn't know that the young heroes were there, but he did know that there were people that needed to be saving. All Might was going to run as fast as he could to get there, but his limit started to reach, since he is spending the last few days looking for his pupil, the one person he considered a son. When he knew his limit was going down, he turned to Endeavor to check it out instead of him, since he tried to make an excuse. Endeavor was upset that All Might was just going somewhere else, but he understood what was going on, so he just said sure and left as fast as he could. When he got there to the hospital, he found two villains attacking his son and his classmates. He noticed that they couldn't stand their ground except for his son. He was a little proud and noticed that the villain that Todoroki was fighting looked familiar, especially the way his flames were. As soon as he was thinking about the blue-flamed villain, his son yelled at him and to give him a hand. With Deku and the girls, Mina was stabbed in the leg and could hardly walk, and as soon as Toga was about to cut Mina's throat, her hand was caught, and when she turned around, she saw Midoriya awake, and at the right moment too. He had a smile on his face, but he said, "Did you miss me?" in an angry tone, because she was about to hurt someone that he trusted. He was able to pin her down to the wall and said, "I don't usually hit girls, but I'll make an exception," and shocked her enough to knock her out. Mina was losing a lot of blood from her leg, and since Midoriya had a bit of strength, he was able to heal the stab wound and lay her in his bed. Since he was slowly gaining full strength, he knew he could handle himself. She was slowly passing out, but she was able to explain to Deku what happened and what's going on downstairs. And before she passed out, she said thank you. He said, "Well, that makes two of us, don't it, huh?" Then she passed out. After a while, after a second, an explosion happened downstairs, and Midoriya knew he had to hurry. He was able to get a few wires and rope that was laying around in a few rooms, and tied Toga up, and got him some clean clothes, and left to the first floor, and see if his friends were alright, or if they needed help. When he got there to the first floor, he saw that Kirishima and Ida knocked out. Kirishima, Ida, Nuraraka knocked out on the floor, and Todoroki and Endeavor fighting Dabi. After a minute or two, Dabi was defeated, and Deku found rope laying in the back room, like in the storage closet, and tied him up. He was going to get Toga and put them together, so when the police came, they can get both of them right away. When Deku got to the room, Toga was gone and the wires were cut. When he saw that she was gone, he looked towards where Mina was to see if she was still there. Then she was gone. He tried to look for clues on where they went, or where she was thinking to go when she took Mina. He found a note that said that she'll be back, and to feel lucky, and to know that the pink one's alright. While he was wondering if Mina was truly alright and wasn't hurt, he started to panic and ran to let the others know that she escaped and Mina was gone. But when he got there, he saw the others. He saw Endeavor tied up and Todoroki gone, and Uraraka. When All Might was in his small form, he was running to the hospital. He saw Dabi carry Todoroki and twice carry Uraraka, and All Might wanted to stop them, but he knew Dabi can defeat Todoroki. He can surely defeat him at his small form. He tried to go into his super form and was able to do it for only a while, and didn't know when he was going to power down. When he was powered up, he tried to run towards Dabi, but lost him. He didn't have time to think where they went, so he ran to the hospital to find out what happened. And also what they were doing in the city. When he got there, he saw his students laid on on the on the he saw two of his students laid on the ground, and Endeavor slowly passed out. What was All Might was confused on what was going on, and then when he looked around, he saw Midoriya and was overjoyed to know that he was alright, and asked him what happened. After Deku explained to All Might and told him everything what happened, All Might told Deku to go to find some medical supplies or use his ability to heal the others. While All Might told him what to do, he also said that he was also going to track the villains. But as soon as he was about to leave, he started to bleed from his wound and started coughing out blood since he was over his limit. But Midoriya noticed that and told All Might, "You're in no condition to fight. We should switch roles besides, I know what I'm doing," and ran off before All Might could say a word. And as soon as he was about to leave, when he was leaving, he yelled at All Might that he'll be right back, and bolted off as fast as he usually runs. All Might noticed that he was faster, and was curious on how he healed faster than usual too. When Deku found the heroes at the factory, he looked around to find Todoroki and Uraraka on where they went, and felt that something was wrong. As soon as he realized that it was an ambush, he saw Dabi and Twice holding a knife to Todoroki and Uraraka. He stood there and didn't know what to do, and that made him real freaking pissed. And after a while, he saw Toga do the same thing to Mina, and that just made him even more angry knowing he has 3 of his friends. With his anger growing, his eyes and his fist started to glow green, and lightning coursing through his veins. When they threatened Midoriya to let them go and not tell the police where they went, or if not, they'll kill the 3 of them. As soon as Deku was about to answer, Shigaraki came out of Korogiru's portal and had a woman that had a bag over her head. The villains were wondering who the woman was, and Shigaraki said, "Sorry I'm late, but I had to get a guest to make things more interesting." And Shigaraki pulled the bag off the woman's head. Off the woman's head. I don't know. He saw that Shigaraki went to get his mother. Knowing the villains had Uraraka, Todoroki, Mina, and his mother, Midoriya didn't know what to do, and knew he had to make a choice. To let the villains go, or watch his mother and his friends die in front of his eyes. Since they all had knives to their throats, slowly cutting them, knowing that he had to make his choice fast. He didn't know what to do. Then all of a sudden, we'll have to wait till the next episode. This is a choice that you guys will have to make. Either the Uraraka dies, Todoroki, Mina, or even his own mother dies. You got 4 choices. And if you pick one choice, they'll have an alternate ending. One comes bad, One comes like I don't know, it's like a alternate endings where he turns not bad, but like very aggressive or good, something like that. I don't know. But that's for you guys to make that choice. That the good ending or the bad ending, and that I can't tell you which is which. And I really do hope you enjoyed this episode. Next won't be so happy. Well, this one I wasn't happy either, but yeah. I hope you liked, subscribed, share with your friends, and pick your choice of those four. Z Trooper dismissed.